Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, and thank you for your comments. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And I have entitled this video, "This is Why I Could Never Take Africans Seriously." How is it that Black American people came through one of the worst tragedies known to man, chattel slavery, 246 years of government sanctioned slavery, and another 90 years of de facto slavery called Jim Crow? And we've still managed to transcend a lot of it and survive all of it and thrive to a certain extent. And nobody came to rescue us, and there was nowhere to run. There was nowhere for us to run to. So we had to stay here and endure and trust in God. Some people don't believe in God, but I do. We had to stay here and endure it. Now, we keep hearing about this diaspora war. You see Africans coming over here talking about Black Americans, and I'm not Black Americans, and they don't have culture, and I don't want to associate with Black Americans. And by the way, I don't understand an African coming to the United States saying that they don't associate with Black Americans. And I just heard that listening to another podcaster who has people calling in. I would never let these ignorant people call into my channel. I would never open my airways up to that because it's just, I don't see what it accomplishes. But this person from East Africa said that, and the person roasted the hell out of him, as he should have. But they don't have any sense of their irrelevance in the world. Every African immigrant who comes to the United States, I don't care if they come here as an immigrant or a refugee, or if they snuck in here illegally, you are irrelevant in the United States. And no Black American should give a tinker's damn about what some African thinks or says when he ran from his country to come to the United States. Because if you came from East Africa, you probably came from starvation, and you came from abandonment. They've got children. White folk are going in there buying children off the streets. And instead of arrogance and all this phony pride that they pretend to have, they should be showing gratitude, considering the fact that under no circumstance do you want to go back to the place that you came from that you claim to be so proud of. As an African, your situation does not compare to a Black American. We are two different people. They think they have values, but they really don't. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I am watching what's going on in Africa. It is coming across my TikTok page, and it's just one country after another. What's going on in Sudan now is just unconscionable. It's unconscionable. I can barely stand to listen to it. And then I just did the video the other day about Cameroon. 92-year-old man, they can't get him out of office, doing absolutely nothing to help the people. Then there's a whole tragedy going on in Tanzania now. Madagascar. They're still struggling in Burkina Faso. The Christians in Nigeria are suffering because they just can't get along with each other. They can't figure anything out that would place them in a position to respect each other's humanity. Now, yes, we have problems in the United States. It's nothing compared to what's going on in Sudan. It's nothing compared to what's going on in Cameroon. It's nothing compared to what's going on in Tanzania now, because the young people are raising up, and they're raising up. But guess what? There's a brain drain in Africa. They all are trying to get out, to get to some Western country to compete with Black Americans or whomever, instead of standing strong in their own countries and working together and try to work with the colonizers. They would be better off trying to work with the Western countries that are controlling their puppet governments. They might be able to get somewhere with them because it appears that they can never get anywhere with those governments. There are a few African countries that do seem to be stable. Now, Rwanda is the country that everybody's bragging about, that it has bounced back from a horrible genocide that they had back in the 90s. But they seem to be working together now to make that country what it should be, which is it should be a first world country. But even with that, they were fighting in Congo because they have a thing going with the Congo, and Donald Trump apparently had to settle that, which is embarrassing that Donald Trump had to come in and settle a dispute between two African nations. It's just sad. It's just sad. So I cannot take people seriously who abandon their homeland, abandon their people, and then get to another country and then pick unnecessary squabbles and fights with people that they don't know anything about. They don't know anything about Black Americans. The only way they know we came from Africa was that we told them. They don't even know their history, and they really don't know ours. And they don't have any desire to find out. All they want to do is run to someplace safe, and then start bragging about how smart they are and how many jobs they have, living 15 and 20 to a room, and transporting bush meat apparently all the way across the world, to the point that the folk got to fine them for it because it's not even allowed to bring some certain types of things into the United States, I'm told. And before anybody challenges me, bushmeat is illegal to bring into the United States. Bringing bushmeat can result in seizure and destruction at U.S. ports of entry, and violators may face significant civil and criminal penalties, including a fine up to $250,000. Bushmeat poses a risk of transmitting diseases such as Ebola, which can be dangerous to public health. So they're bringing bushmeat in here and trying to argue a case for bringing bushmeat into the United States, which is illegal. Now back to my point. When Africans come to these Western countries, especially to the United States, where we have a history of being charitable, they don't come here and try to plead for their people or try to advocate for their country. They come here to compete. That is just, I don't even know what to call that. I don't know if there's even a word for it. All I know is to say, I don't have any respect for them because they have no respect for themselves or their people or the continent or the country or the culture that they claim they're so proud of. They don't ever ask anybody for help. They don't ask anybody to help them petition the United States government. I don't know if it would do any good or not, but it wouldn't hurt to try. They don't do that. They come over here and pit themselves against the only people that's going to ever listen to them. White people are never going to listen to them. White people don't have any respect. If they don't have any respect for you in your own country, they sure as hell don't have any respect for you in their country. And somebody needs to tell them that, somebody that they would listen to. But anyway, I don't have any respect for these people because, I mean, it's just heartbreaking seeing what's going on over there in Africa. And the people, all they want to do is run. They just want to run. They just want to run and let the problem be somebody else's problem. And even if you wanted to escape to a better place, and I know some Africans do this, but too many of them don't. Even if you want to escape to a better place, why don't you just escape to that place and be content? Why are you going to that place trying to take over other people's accomplishments, trying to center yourself in somebody else's business, trying to center yourself in somebody else's community? Why are you trying to challenge the people that are already there and make yourself look like a fool, just like they looked like a fool when they thought we were going to be deported, and they keep trying to float the lie that we're going to be deported. We are not going to be deported. We are not, but they are. But they are. And you would think they would have some kind of humility, that they would have some kind of decorum, that they would have some kind of respect for the system that they were allowed to run to. But they don't seem to. Many of them do not. So that's why I say I can never take these people seriously. Anyway, let me know what you think about it. Thank you for listening and have a good day.